Hey everybody, it's Jesse again, and welcome to another edition of Gen X Thinks. Today, I'm just going to go over a little nostalgia, go back in time and talk about a few things that maybe some of us have forgotten. The thing that I ran across the other day, remember the '85 Chicago Bears and the Super Bowl Shuffle, Refrigerator Perry and Sweetness and all that? I didn't realize that song, Super Bowl Shuffle, made it to like number 41 in the Billboard Top 100. It was that popular. That kind of surprised me. But they were those guys. They just talked. I just watched it not too long ago, and they just talked. They weren't even rapping or singing or anything. They just talked into the mic to a rhythm, to a beat. So it's really cool to go back and watch that again after so many years. Another thing that I ran across, this is a little trivia and nostalgia, but HBO, they're famous for their original series, Game of Thrones and Band of Brothers, The Sopranos, The Wire. I mean, they're just known nowadays for their big time drama and very popular original series. But their first original series was Fraggle Rock. Fraggle Rock was the original HBO original series. So we, Generation X, if we hadn't watched Fraggle Rock that much, then all this other, The Sopranos and stuff, wouldn't probably exist. So you're welcome, everybody else. And then the original Nintendo, the stores didn't want to try to sell it. They didn't think it would sell. Nintendo really had to coerce them and do a lot of bargaining and stuff to get them to put their device on the shelves. So it was a hard fight for Nintendo. And how now I look back and how ridiculous was that for those stores to not want to put the Nintendo on the shelves. It just sounds ridiculous to me now, but originally they didn't think that anybody would want to play with the thing. And it became a phenomenon that we all wanted. Another thing that I've forgotten about and that I was just reminded of recently was the shoulder pads that the girls used to wear. Remember those underneath their blouses or whatever? They all had these shoulder pads. I still think that was the coolest generation ever. Our style of dress and stuff, we were just, I mean, look, before that, there were the hippies. I mean, cool or whatever, in a way, maybe. But they were wearing those bell bottoms. And you can say whatever you want about bell bottoms, like them or hate them. But they wore plaid and corduroy and stuff. I look back at those old movies and stuff, and I cringe, it just, ooh. So we went from that to our style with the cool parachute pants for us guys, and then the shoulder pads and the big hair with the girls, and us guys had rat tails and mullets or whatever everybody was wearing back then. It was a cool era. Then of course they shifted into everybody sagging their pants and all that stuff. So I think that the shoulder pads and the parachute pants is just cooler than the hippies or everybody showing their underwear. So maybe that's just me. And another thing you might not remember doing, but the old cassette music tapes, they used to have these tabs on top that would enable it to record or not. And if you bought like a cassette tape, the tabs would be there and you couldn't record over it. But if you took a knife or something and broke those tabs out, then you could put the tape in and record music from the radio or whatever over it. Do you remember doing that? I certainly do, because growing up, I didn't have the money, to buy new tapes all the time. But if I found an old Roy Orbison cassette or something, I could break the tabs off of it and write over it with a marker and record new music on it. I was happy when I found out that trick, that hack. Some of y'all might remember doing that too. We all remember taking pictures with those Polaroid cameras, and it would spit out the physical picture right away. And I remember putting them under my shirt because the light would affect it or something, I was told. And then some people would shake them and do all kinds of stuff. We all had our different, maybe they were conspiracy theories about the best way to let a Polaroid develop. But so if you knew something different than those two, please leave a comment. Let me know of one that I'm not aware of. And I'll leave you there. This is just a little fun video for nostalgic effect. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment. I enjoy talking with y'all in the comments, so please keep that up. I appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one.